Even though my parents had no college background, growing up, education was heavily instilled in our household. When it came time to applying to college around my junior year, even though knowing that my parents didn't have that college background, I made sure that I put myself out there and utilized the resources I had in high school. I talked to counselors, teachers who were willing to help me, even peers who were going through the same situation I was going through, who didn't have parents who were in higher education.
My name is Akwasi Adubafor. I was a biochemistry major here at Georgia Tech, and I'm currently a quality control chemist at Alcon. I was born here in Atlanta, Georgia. I have two younger sisters. They were born here as well. So my mom is a nursing assistant, and my dad is a managing supervisor at a company here in Atlanta. So in my Ghanaian household, when it came time to approaching college, there was a heavy focus on making sure that you do your best to be able to get into the most competitive schools possible. I decided on biochemistry because I've always been interested in science. My junior year, I applied for a summer program here at Georgia Tech. At the time, seeing biology presented to me from a college professor and a very research-based point of view heavily solidified my decision to continue with science. But I knew that I'd want a major that would give me a strong foundation for pursuing either a PhD or medicine. I found out I was coming to Georgia Tech, I think March of 2013. At the time it didn't really hit me because not having, a heavy educational background, I didn't understand really the prestige of Georgia Tech. And what really made me choose Georgia Tech was because of, in addition to being close to home and being a state school, just as I did more research and saw that, wow, this is a really big thing that has happened for me. I've gotten into Georgia Tech, and this is a really prestigious school. The biggest challenge for me the first day of Tech was just seeing the students around me, and I guess not having ever been in an environment where everyone around me is just a top student, where everyone around me is, top of their class or, is coming from a heavy educational background. I sort of felt like this wasn't somewhere I belonged, which is very common for a lot of students, but I guess in addition to being first gen and not knowing a lot of the things that, other students might have advice on, or the sort of new environment and just taking it all in at once was a very big challenge for me initially. To high schoolers who have aspirations of attending college but may feel disheartened or discouraged, I say it's very normal to feel this way. I definitely felt that way while I was going through certain aspects of the application process, but never let yourself deter from something you want to do simply because of how you feel at that moment. My experience at Tech has positively affected my family. First off, they have bragging rights. My parents brag to everyone that their son goes to Georgia Tech. In addition to that, I'm able to give the advice that I wish I had to my sisters. Having that initial exposure / background and knowledge, in addition to all the other resources Georgia Tech has given me, I was able to help my family. It's very important not to let yourself get discouraged. There's going to be a lot of obstacles in your way as a first-generation student, especially if you come from a low-income background such as I did. But understanding that you have a goal and that you will do anything possible to reach your goal is very pivotal in being able to make it through initially. It's definitely an honor in regards to the fact that I have been able to work off the back of my parents in order to enter college and be able to take my family, not only myself, but my family and those who will come after me, into a different aspect of, I guess, societal standing where my children won't be first gen. They'll have someone who can give them the advice, give them the resources and understanding of, this very pivotal moment in life that can, determine your career and what comes after. So having that sort of responsibility is something that I find very honorable and I don't really take for granted.